Hey, good morning. Let's get started. Thank you very much, Maya. Thank you. हम ईमानदारी से महामंदार गोहनजों के सभी आदरणीय लोगों के लिए सद्र पुंडरिक सूत्र शाश्वत बुद्ध शाक्यामुनि प्रबुद्ध रत्न बुद्ध और सभी अतीत वर्तमान और भविष्य के बुद्धों के लिए 10 दिशाओं में समर्पित करते हैं। हम आगे खुद को पृथ्वी के 4 महान बोधिसत्व के लिए समर्पित करते हैं, जैसे विशिष्ट चरित्र बोधिसत्व, विशुद्ध चरित्र बोधिसत्व, अनंत चरित्र बोधिसत्व, सुप्रतिष्ठित चरित्र बोधिसत्व। बोधिसत्व के सभी बोधिसत्व मंजूश्री समंतभद्र मैत्रेय अवरोक्तेश्वर शाक्यमुनि के महान शिष्य बुद्ध शारिपुत्र मोगार्णक शपानंद महाश्रावका और धर्म के सभी संरक्षणात्मक देवताओं के लिए हम आगे अपने मूल द्वारा भेजे गए महान बोधिसत्व निचिरेन शोनिन के लिए खुद को समर्पित करते हैं। हम आगे अपने आप को उनके शिष्य रेंगे अजर निचिरेन शोनिन मेरे विदेशी मिशनरी के लिए समर्पित करते हैं। सभी जीवों को वह पुण्य प्राप्त हो जो हमने सूत्र के पाठ से संचित किया है। हम आप सभी को यह हार्दिक भक्ति प्रदान करते हैं। आप हमारे प्रति अपनी करुणा से इस पवित्र स्थान पर आए, हमें अपनी बुद्धि के प्रकाश से देखें और इस सूत्र का पाठ करने और नामु म्यो हो रेंगे क्यों का जाप करने की हमारी पेशकश को स्वीकार करें। Establishing the place of prayer. Namu myo ho renge kyo. Namu myo ho renge kyo. Namu myo ho renge kyo. And now we have just chanting Namu myo ho renge kyo. At this moment, this place has become the place of prayer to Odaimaku and the place of prayer for our heart during lifetime. At this very place of prayer to Odaimaku, all Buddhas have attained enlightenment. This is also the place where the Buddha have expounded their teaching. This world in which we live, believing in and chanting Odaimaku, is the place where the Buddha live in peace. Adoration of Gohonzon. In the mandala Gohonzon, the object of our worship is shown the origin of how the mandala was written. One day in the 12th month of 1274, 11th year of Bunne, I, Nichiren, wrote the Gohonzo in the village of Haki, province of Kai, the present-day Minobu-san, Yamanashi prefectures. Nichiren. It was the time when over 2,220 years had passed since Shakyamuni Buddha passed away. Nevertheless, in the three countries of India, China, and Japan, namely in the world, there had never existed a Gohonzon like this. This is probably because none of our past masters attempt to spread that Gohonzon among the society even though they are aware of its existence. Or it may be that nobody knew about it. Shakyamuni Buddha, after careful consideration, determined that he should cancel the Gohonzon until the arrival of an opportune moment to reveal it, leaving it to the people in the period of Mappo. In fact, the Buddha preaches in the Lotus Sutra that his messenger Jogyo Bosatsu should spread the Buddha's teaching in the first 500 years of Mappo. As predicted by the Buddha, Nichiren Daishonin appeared in this world to reveal the Gohonzo and expounded the teachings of the Odaimoku, signature given by Nichiren Shonin himself, Nanmyo Horengekyo, was of us before reciting the Lotus Sutra. To carry out the way of the Buddha as the Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha has been expounding his teachings without rest from the beginning to this day, not only in our world, but also in innumerable worlds. Among his teaching, the Lotus Sutra is the most important. If you devote yourself completely to the faith in the Lotus Sutra, you will surely become a person who truly practices the way of the Buddha. All of you, even after my death, should continue having faith in the Lotus Sutra and reciting it. Make this oath before me now. Nanmyo Horengekyo. After careful consideration how he can expound carefully the substances of his enlightenment, Shakyamuni Buddha calmly opened his eyes and began talking to Sariputta, who was known to be the Buddha's wisest disciple. The wisdom of the Buddha, not to mention my own wisdom, is so deep and wide that it is far beyond your imagination. Since you want to understand Buddha's enlightenment, if it is expounded as it is, I first try to reveal my mind by using Hoben, or expedient wisdom, following your heart. However, since you could not even understand the purpose behind Hoben, you are far from being able to enter the world of the truth. Shravaka, who understands impermanency just by listening to the Buddha's teaching, and Engaku, Pratyeka Buddha, who seeks enlightenment just by sensing impermanency through experiences, are the people who are practicing individually to reach the state of enlightenment. Hence, they cannot understand the interrelation between expedient and the truth. This is because the Buddha, unlike you, has trained himself under countless Buddhas, carried out countless practice taught by them, and accomplished the goals of severe practice in order to attain enlightenment. His reputation is widespread. The Buddha's enlightenment is unprecedentedly deep and has been preached and expounded skillfully. However, it seems to be too difficult for you to understand the true meaning. Sariputta, ever since I became a Buddha, I have been expounding my teachings broadly, using example and parable. I use every kind of Hoben or expedient wisdom in order to raise people and save them from attachment. The reason that was possible is because the Buddha is perfectly equipped with an understanding of both Hoben and the truth. Sariputta, the Buddha's wisdom is wide and deep. That is to say, the Buddha holds for immeasurable minds known as Jihi Kisha, love, compassion, happiness, and distance. And when he expounds his teaching, he is versatile and flexible, equipped with 10 kinds of supreme wisdom, and teaches as he believes without reserve. At that time, his mind is unshakable, wiped of hesitation, completely distances from suffering and focusing on goodness so that he can ascertain the truth. In other words, the Buddha has all the wisdom to teach and lead all people. Sariputta, the Buddha adapts his teaching in accordance with time and place, concerning a teaching method fit for each person he teaches. His way of teaching is very flexible, bringing those whom he teaches to caring certainty and joy. Chapter all thoughts, the Buddha has attained the Dharma, immutable excellence, which none has achieved up to now. I will stop expounding my teaching to you. Listen carefully, Sharipatra. I probably should not expound my teaching to you since you cannot understand the true purpose of the Buddha's teaching. The reason being, my word of enlightenment is unprecedented and is the most superior. It is a word you will never be able to reach. Only the Buddha attains the reality of all things in their fullest extent. This true state of all things must be viewed from the following 10 kind of perspective. So is the outside appearance, show is the nature hidden inside. Tai is a combination of the two. These three factors are the fundamental existence. Riki is the inner pearl, Sa is the outside effect, In is a direct cause, En is an indirect cause, Ka is a result, Ho is a new interrelationship with the surrounding suitable to its effect. The factor of Hong, which encompasses Soul, Sho and Tai, and Matsu, which encompasses the rest, are the factors. Existence in all things and always complement one another. This is To, or equalities. 妙法蓮華経重量本題16 Chapter 16 The duration of the life of the Tathagata. I, Shakyamuni, am originally a Hotoke Buddha. I am always expounding the teaching of the Buddha to lead you into the way of the Buddha. Many hundreds of thousands of years have passed since I began expounding the teaching. In order to help save you, I have even hidden myself tentatively from this world. But I am not always present in this Sahara world. I always live here expounding the Dharma. To tell the truth, I am always here, but for those who don't realize that, I am intentionally hidden myself from your sight. When you notice my absence, you appreciate the Buddha for the first time, hold services for his remains, and then, soon, every one of you began to seek the Buddha seriously from the heart. Once you have trusted a Buddha in all seriousness, you will honestly begin to want to meet him and seek the way of the Buddha at the cost of your lives. When you enter that state of mind, you realize the Buddha is present in this world along with his disciples. You will then begin to understand the reason why the Buddha is saying, I'm always here, only I choose to hide and appear on purpose in order to save you all. In fact, if there is anyone who seeks me, not just on earth, but anywhere in space, there I am able to expound my teachings. You might think there is no Buddha simply because you don't care to lead an ear to the Buddha's teachings. When I look at your way of life, I can tell very well how hurt you are struggling with various suffering, and never to find the way to escape from them. I hide myself from you both to help you realize you can never escape from the suffering of this world by yourself, and become convinced that you should seek the Buddha and his teaching. When these feelings arise, you will understand that the Buddha is actually expounding his teaching at all times. This is known as the Buddha's supernatural powers. In other words, the Buddha is anywhere at any time. Even when you suspect that the world has come to its end, that it will burn to destruction in a great fire, my mental state always remains peaceful, and my surroundings are full of people with the same mental state. It is like, for example, a beautiful flowers, garden, and bushes. They stand a building like a castle. Around it grow trees full of beautiful flowers, and fruits and people are living happily. It is as if heavenly beings are playing music and pictures of the mandala flowers are gratefully pouring around us. My word of enlightenment, my word of wisdom will never be destroyed. But all of you who are at a loss believe this world is moving towards destruction, and that's why you exist in this world. All kind of frightened, and painful events will arise. The reason why you are suffering as you are right now is because you have totally failed to reflect upon your half-hatred ways of life filled with worldly desire without paying any attention to the light of religion and the light faith, and not being mindful of making any efforts. Those who continue to conduct good deeds for the world, wise people with a light faith at heart, are released from the binding of self-attachment and neither fool themselves nor others. People of this kind of will understand that I am expounding my teaching here all the time. To those who seek the way of the Buddha in such state of mind, I teach them that the Buddha's life is eternal. To those who do not seek the faith, I teach them to find faith in him. Thus my wisdom works at my own will, since I have limitedness, wisdom, and have gained an eternal life. I am capable of saving all people, and these incapable powers can be obtained thanks to my own endeavor practice day by day without rest. Those who make effort to try to comprehend the significance of life, you must not question the true eternal existence of the Buddha. You must fundamentally take yourself from your current hypocritical ways of life. That way, you will understand that the teaching of the Buddha are fruitful. When the linear physician saved his children, who themselves were suffering from deadly poison, but would not accept any medicine given by their father, by telling them, "Your father is dead," when in fact he was alive. Nobody blamed him. Likewise, I am actually the father of this world, capable of saving all people from various pains and suffering. However, you can't tell what is right and what is wrong. In order to open your eyes, I say that the Buddha is not here, while in actually I am here. But if you become aware that I am really here, you will gradually lose the sense of appreciation and begin to develop arrogance. Then actually you will return to the life full of worldly desire and ultimately fall into the three evil realms of hell, hungry spirits, and animals. I can see clearly whether or not you people are following the right way. That is why I expand the teaching in many ways in order to read you appropriately. I have only one wish. My wish is to know how I can quickly lead you to the right way of faith and make you become a Buddha as soon as possible. The practice of Odaimoku chanting. All the marriage Shakyamuni Buddha has attained in all other worlds. His true heart are included in the 5 virtues of Myoho Renge-kyo. If we believe in and practice the teaching of the 5 virtues at the cost of our lives, we are able gradually but surely to gain the Buddha's true heart. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. 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 Nam Myoho
जाएगा।
Praying. Morning Sutra. Praying. Buddha offering Buddha. हम महामंदारा गोहनजों के पूर्ण चक्र में आदरणीय लोगों को लोटस सूत्र और उदयमुख का पाठ करने के सभी गुणों को सम्मान पूर्वक समर्पित करते हैं। महान परोपकार से क्या मंगलवार फ्री है, मंगलवार 9 बजे, ठीक है। मंगलवार हर मंगलवार को सर्विस के लिए इधर सब ठीक है। मंगलवार आज नहीं। भगवान शाक्यमुनि बुद्ध ने बोधि वृक्ष बुद्धगाय के नीचे ज्ञान प्राप्त किए और तब से उन्होंने विभिन्न तरीकों से विभिन्न शिक्षाओं का प्रचार किया ताकि सभी जीवित लोगों को इस सांसारिक क्षेत्र से मुक्त होने में मदद मिल सके, और अंत में लोटस सूत्र का प्रचार किया जो 24 साल पहले पवित्र भूमि गिद्ध की चौथी लाजगील भारत में सर्वोच्च शिक्षा के का प्रचार करता था। हम सभी हमेशा बुद्ध धर्म के अनुसार जी सके, अपने बौद्ध विश्वास को गहरा कर सके और ज्ञान विकसित करने के लिए अपनी बोधिसत्व प्रथाओं को जारी लग सके और दूसरों को भी ऐसा करने में मदद कर सके। इस दुनिया में अधिक से अधिक लोग बुद्ध धर्म से संबंध रख और अपने जीवन में धर्म के आनंद का आनंद ले। शांति दुनिया के हर कोने में व्याप्त हो सकती है और सभी शांति और खुशी का आनंद ले सकते हैं। दुनिया सभी जीवित प्राणियों में फैल सकता है ताकि हम और सभी जीवित प्राणी एक साथ ज्ञान प्राप्त कर सके, दुनिया शांतिपूर्ण हो और सद्भाव में रह सके और सभी जीवित प्राणी सभी कष्टों से मुक्त हो सके, सभी संवेदनशील प्राणी स्वस्थ और खुश रहे। नमो रेंगे क्यो। Thank you very much. Today a little bit busy, lots of people coming, but thank you so much. Have a nice day. Let's continue chanting for inner peace of all living beings. सभी जीवित प्राणियों की आंतरिक शांति के लिए नाम्यो होरेंगे क्यों का जाप जारी रखें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you. शाम को मिलेंगे और कल मिलेंगे. See you evening time or see you tomorrow morning.